Hey everyone,
Hello.
hope you're all doing good today. Um,
So we are here right now doing this because Tony and I have kind of been on a journey with weight loss and health over the past 8 months that we are looking to share and have everybody maybe learn from or get inspired from or lots of different things. So I guess we need to be introduced or introduce ourselves.
yep. So first of all, I just want to say that we are in no way, shape, or form doctors.
No.
So before you do start any sort of dietary plan, you probably should seek guidance from a dietitian or your doctor. Secondly, we don't know everything, so we're just going to be talking about the things that worked for us, and unfortunately, that may not work for you guys. Did you want to go first and introduce yourself?
Sure. So my name is Cassie. Full first name is Cassandra to be technical. Um, I mean, it's always the most loaded question in the world is how to introduce yourself.
Okay, wait. What made you want to start this journey?
Keto
Yeah,
specifically.
what made you want to start keto?
Um, So when I was pregnant with my daughter, I had gestational diabetes and I had to follow a low carb lifestyle. I followed a diabetic diet to be specific. Very strict carb amounts because my daughter was my first child and I was terrified that she was going to be 12 pounds and just the horror stories you hear about diabetes and pregnancy and just the risks that are involved. So I followed it very strictly. Thankfully, I have a partner who helped me do that pretty well. I mean, I really needed that. So, I followed a typical low carb. So, 30 for breakfast, 15 for two snacks, and 60 for lunch and dinner. So I was eating every 2 hours and I was doing my blood tests, my glucose tests all the time. I would do them 4 times a day. And um, I felt really great with it. I have an autoimmune disease, and I can get more into that later because that's a long one. But and everything just felt really great when I was pregnant with my daughter and following this diet. So fast forward, got pregnant with my son, and expected a similar experience that I didn't have. I didn't get gestational diabetes, which is great, but my autoimmune disease really got not great. It was really bad.
Yeah, it really ramped up.
Yeah, so it got really out of control and didn't really know how to rein it back in. So I thought, well, I felt great when I did low carb. Maybe I can manage some of my symptoms with diet. So let me look into low carb again. I know how to do it. We know the tools. Like it just seemed like a natural progression to just give it a shot. I had tried I've tried most medicines for my illness and lots of different things. And again, I can go into that later, but um, just decided to start doing low carb or trying. And I kind of went down the YouTube rabbit hole. And when you look up low carb, keto comes up with it. And that's kind of where my research on keto started. I just started watching a lot of keto videos and some of the people I still watch and love. And again, I can talk about that later. But I just started consuming a lot of information about keto. And, Tony and I, we made the decision that we were going to start it. We were going to try and see where it went. And here we are 8 months later making this video. So that's kind of my long, but could be much longer description.
So I'll go next. Obviously, my name's Tony, and I started my keto journey with Cassie when all this was going on. I have always been a bigger guy, and at my biggest, I was actually 275. So all my life, at different stages throughout my life, I've had a lot of heart scares where I possibly something was going on with my heart, or I could have had a heart attack. About 2 years ago, I did have a situation where I was having heart pain. I was at work. I was getting really nauseous. I started dry heaving, and so I thought I need to go to the doctor. I need to get this checked out. So I went to the doctor, and as they're getting prepped to run tests and everything, I decided that I was going to make a lifestyle change at that moment, and so I also went onto a diabetic diet. So at that point, Cassie and I were really both familiar with the low carb diet, and I did that for quite a while. I think I lost 25 pounds at that point.
Yeah, you did it for a couple of months.
Yeah, I did it for a couple of months, and until I found out the results of everything, where that I did not have any sort of heart attack or heart issue. But so I did that for a couple of months, and I fell off of it.
Hi, Elsa. We're doing something. Do you want to say hello to the camera? Come over here. Say hello real quick, and then Daddy's gonna finish. This is Philomena. Say hello.
Hello.
All right, go watch Octonauts, okay?
Thanks, Phil. Right. All right. So I did that for a couple of months, and I fell off the wagon once I found out that I was fine. And as time kept going by, I started feeling worse about myself, and internalizing that I don't feel good. I'm feeling less active. I don't want to get up off the couch. And I was just noticing that these behaviors are becoming more consistent over time. So, as Cass mentioned, she does have an autoimmune disease, so she was trying to alleviate some of her symptoms by a diet change. And she wanted to start with keto, since she had heard so many great things from her videos. And I just kind of came along for the ride.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what, I want a change. This could be my opportunity for a change, and I'll also do it for Cassie's sake, not so much for my own.
Yes, because what we should mention is that I like junk food. Soda, potato chips, like all the great carbs and delicious things that we rely on. I'm an emotional person. I emotionally eat, and I find a lot of comfort in food. And so I think that if I had to do this journey alone, I don't think that I would have even made it 2 months. I think, I don't know. I couldn't have done it without a partner, and that's not to say that you can't do without a partner. But
it's easier to have support.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, I think support, it doesn't matter if it's someone who lives with you or if it's your best friend or just this right now, that support, it's someone to know that you could talk to and say, I'm really this is what I'm struggling with, or bounce ideas off of, or what's worked for you so I can try it because maybe it'll work for me. I think that's kind of the point of this, really. I mean, that adds to the big picture, is support. I think I found a lot of support in videos. I
did a lot of research with videos, but it wasn't necessarily the same. I was more of what scientifically, what's going on.
Yeah, he really liked the videos that really got into what's happening and why is it working. And it didn't become an emotional journey for you until you actually start to see success, and really see wow, this is working.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can eat salad every day and stop eating food and you're going to see weight loss, but the difference is sustainable weight loss and actually feeling good. Some diets, you just lose weight and that's all that happens. But other diets, there's so much more that comes along with that diet. And I think we both felt just such a positive shift from honestly what I felt like was a very dark place to a really good place.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
So that's that.
So I guess we should discuss why we are calling ourselves Breathe First Living.
Yeah.
So Cassie had watched a video, and who was the video? Who was on the video?
Who was the video?
Yeah.
It was Keto Rewind. That kind of is one of the people I still watch and love, and she was talking about going for walks and how you can't pour from an empty cup, which you hear all the time. That's not a new quote. No one owns it. It's just if you're not taking care of yourself first and foremost, you can't live your best life and give your best self. So that's
So we were taking like the quote from like when you go on an airplane, if for some reason you lose oxygen on the airplane, you're supposed to, if you're let me rewind here. If you are on an airplane and the airplane starts to lose oxygen, and you are with children,
loved ones,
you're supposed to take oxygen in yourself before helping your loved one take in oxygen. Hence the breathe first part of this. The living part of this is because we want to discuss keto and our weight loss journey, but I think overall our goal is self-improvement, or to help people with improving themselves. Overall.
I think keto was the tool for us to get onto the path of finding a better, healthier lifestyle for ourselves. But since starting keto and that journey, which is it's evolved beyond just healthy eating. It's evolved into making sure that we're taking care of ourselves mentally, making sure that we're doing self-care and really working on that. And I don't think everything. I just think that breathe first living means like encompassing everything. Like you're not living if you're not breathing, right?
Yeah, and like and when you're in a situation where like you just feel like you can't take it anymore, or like you're just having a really like you're just full of anxiety, you need to breathe first. Like take a breath.
I actually say that to myself. How often do I say that? I have moments where I talk to myself. You'll see. But I am always saying like, oh, Cassie, like, what are you doing? Like, think, breathe, like, take a breath. And I actually say that out loud. Take a breath, like, take a moment and really just like realize what you're doing and think about your actions. And I think that's where we're going with this.
Yes, I mean, bear with us as we get our bearings here because we're new to this. If you guys do have questions about keto, please put them down in the comments. We'll try and make videos on those subjects, or let us know what you think we can improve or what we should change as we go along.
And what you think that we should talk about, what you want to hear more about, what you want us to elaborate on. I know that there is a huge keto community, and I think that's wonderful. And I also know that there's a huge autoimmune community that I could maybe reach out to and could elaborate on my personal struggles. Every person has their own stories and journeys, and I want to learn from you too, so let us know.
Let us know, and if you're interested in what we're going to be talking about, obviously like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get started.
Thumbs up.
But I think that's all we got.
I think that's it.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.